Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, great.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsley. Even so, as a priestess,
I get your point. Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work. No, that's...
Huh?
It's not important. Rest assured, Biram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks, then.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Wheatselian's...
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is...
Fine.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the...
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually...
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute the tractor.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are direct...
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatselian most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest! With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that tech.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort. Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Wheatselian's school of actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
But if they inherited Wheatselian's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their ad.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation. That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
proving the legitimacy of this battle.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our Although I'm here for business purposes, I have-
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care. Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved.
You think...
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment by figuring out the truth behind the battle.
Closure? I'd say we're 200...
That...
Alright, let's go visit the Shaman family! Hello, are you a shaman?
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eastly?
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eastly. Have we offended you in some other...
Man, this is generational trauma at this point!
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eastly. I still get nightmares of...
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions.
Okay, so your family studied under Huitzilin.
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's. The techniques my family learned from Huitzilin didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time,